converse with your I got permission from the higher ups to like converse with y'all to like ask y'all. I know y'all are new here and we believe y'all are the backbone of this faction. So how have the faction been treating y'all?
Great, it's a great check.
Yes, it's been okay. Oh, that's not good, bro. I'm almost to retire already. It's been okay. Leadership itself, the FGs, the DFGs, they've been solid, right? As far as since I've been there. The CGs. I'm not just saying this because Cakes has stood there, right? But they're solid as fuck. Okay, there's no disrespectful tones to insubordinates, nothing like that. They're really cool. They know their shit. They deserve those ranks. I see why they got them, right? And it's the same with the LTGs as well. You guys are really respectful. You're stern when you need to be. When there's when everyone's kind of like crashing out and not doing, what they're supposed to be doing, etc., etc. That's your job, right? What's the word? To display authority because this is a faction at the end of the day, and there's a chain of command. Now I'm not going to get into it. I already did get into this.
Mr. Russo, can I see you in headquarters, please?
Oh, sorry, I need to turn off this radio. I already did get into this when speaking with Sir Moha. There's been a lot of disrespect. I'm not mentioning names, so I'm not even going to go into it. But there's a lot of disrespect. The major gens and a few of the colonels towards soft hats. They've got those ranks. They can issue laps. They can recommend reprimands to leadership. But just because you've got that suit doesn't mean respectfully, and excuse my language, you can be a prick about it. Excuse my language. I didn't mean to come off disrespectful. It's just the best word I can think of. Sorry, I've been drinking today. And they should just, at the end of the day, we're going to listen to them. They give us an order. It's yes, sir, yes, ma'am, right? But just excuse my language again. Just don't be a pig about it. All right, don't be like saying do this and do that and hold your mic now. NRP that comes across as chat 15 toxic behavior. Yeah, exactly, Mister CG Cakes, Colonel Jen. You're right. Um, Yeah, so I think there just needs to be a reminder given to the higher ranks, not the LTGs, the CGs, and definitely not the DFGs in chief, but there just needs to be a reminder about mutual respect, right? And then that's basically it. Just give respect, get respect. It's just as simple as that. We just, yeah. So, all right, I'm done talking. I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, thank you so much about this. I'll get yours, Mr. T. I see your hand up. Before you speak, sir, I would like to say something here. I'd like to make something clear. We have lower ranking soldiers which are lower than the FG, which are at the same time higher than the major generals or whatever rank of soldiers are treating you like dog shit or whatever you're like talking about. So we won't appreciate the fact that you take complaints and take it straight to the FG without getting it through the chain of commands. Chain of commands are supposed to be respected, please. If a major general treats you like in such a way you don't like it, meet the lieutenant generals, they're gonna handle it. If a lieutenant general treats you in such a way you don't like it, you can meet the colonel generals. And if the colonel generals treat you in such a way you don't like it, you can meet the GFGs or you can meet the fellow colonel generals. They know how to speak with each other rather than going straight to the FG or the GFG because it was like um um because today earlier today I came into RT. I was about to log off. I saw Mr. MVP. I think yeah, yes, Mr. MVP was talking with Samoha about the base situation about how some major generals being power tripping and stuff like that. So um, a little bit, I ain't gonna lie, it got me pissed off a little bit. It was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know my job or something like that because taking the information straight to the FG. Meanwhile, he got issues he's handling. So he got lower ranking soldiers which are higher. He entrusted me with his position and entrusted Mr. Cakes right here and other soldiers with higher position than the major generals to handle those situations. So taking it straight to the FG is kind of like is how can I put it like in yeah, it's kind of like insulting to us. It's kind of like insulting. Like you said earlier, we cool. Like you said, the major general, like you said, the lieutenant generals and the colonel generals are cool, sir. So I think you should take the informations to those who you're cool with. If they can't handle it, they will take it straight to the FG. Mr. T,
All right, I just want to two things, two quick things. Number one, I just feel like even though we're soft hats in the army, at the end of the day, most of us, if not all of us, are grown. So you get judged by your character. So I know me personally, I don't be like making fun of people, but if you give me something to laugh at, I'ma laugh. You know what I'm saying? So like, just if you don't want to get laughed at, just act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's human at the end of the day. So if you acting all crazy, of course people gonna like hee hee ha ha at you. So like that's all in your discretion. You can't control people's laughing at you if you out here acting crazy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just put that out in the air. Number two, far as everybody, my personal experience, I've been treated well. I appreciate like MVP, Josh, E. There's a couple more of them, just helping me out along the ways, just helping me become like a better leader, better shooter, and just a better soldier in all. So, I mean, everything's going good here. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate it, sir.
yeah, thank you so much for telling us that. Um,
Right, and look, one more other thing, sir. Like we all here for like a specific reason. Everybody here joined the army for their, own advantages or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like I stated before, like we're all human. Everybody makes mistakes. So it's not to me, it's not about the mistakes we make, but about when we fall down and we do make a mistake, it's all about the recovery process, you know. So I feel like, you know, being a soft hat, this is what that's about, you know, the fall downs and all of that, you know. And y'all not gonna hold it against us. It's always about like the get back up, the recovery mode, you know. Facts, facts.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. MVP, can you wait a minute? Mr. Fit, what do you have to say, sir?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I see no issue with the leadership that is, handling everything with the base and stuff. I think they're doing really good, and it seems like getting to the point where there's enough people where you can be a lot more selective in hiring. But I mean, I don't know how any of that works out, you know. But I just say it's been really good leadership, and I don't see any reason to change it.
Cakes, you talking to me? One star. Oh, I didn't know. I just logged in here, bro. No, it's cool, bro. It's cool.
Jeez.
All right, so I just wanted to clear up something. So I didn't go behind your backs. Okay, NRP, you can blame the drink. All right, because NRP, when I drink, I get my feelings. Right, I ain't gonna sit there and cry. I'm a grown ass fucking man. Excuse my language. But I get my emotions sometimes. And I kind of go overboard with like my explanations and things like that. So I'll just make this brief. Okay, so first, I apologize if the rank twos, i.e. the LTGs and the CGs feel that and the DFGs feel that I've went over your heads and went behind your backs and spoke to Sir Moha. That's not the case. I went to Moha because I'll be honest with you, right? I'll say it right now, right? There was a few. Now, obviously, you guys have your own evaluation when it comes to ranks and stuff, but I originally went to Moha over basically the soft hats, right? We've been waiting a while now for these rank ups. Oh, to Yoma. Okay. So yeah, we've been waiting a while for these rank ups, right? And then we see hard hats go into suits, right? I'll just make this brief. I'll make this brief. I'll shut up in a minute. Um, you know, yeah, no, 100%. No, I'm not disagreeing. You know your shit, CGKs. You know your shit. I already know that. I can tell. It's nothing to do with that. It wasn't even you I was complaining about. It was like we was getting overlooked, for lack of a better word, regarding ranks, because Hard Hats was going in suits, and then so I noticed as well some of the other Hard Hats was getting kind of like promotions and stuff, and it kind of pissed me off. Only today, like any other day, I want drinking, I wouldn't care, right? It's your own business who you rank up, right? But it pissed me off. So, I text Moa when he was on, when we was doing the training at HP, the 1v1s and the free for all today. And he said, come in RT. But I was so pissed off. Like, that's what it was. Like, I wasn't going over your heads, but I was pissed off. Like, I was angry. And then Moa said, speak your mind because you seem pissed off. Well, he didn't say pissed off, but you seem frustrated, very frustrated. um you know so that's why I was like that today. And then fucking, excuse my language again, it got brought up about the major gens, because for one, I've been drinking, and for two, when I do, like, anything that I think off top of my head comes out. um so that's how it came up originally. So that's not me going over your heads. It's just, the thing is, I was that angry. You must understand, RC and Cakes. I was that angry, like, mate. For lack of a better word, right? I know this sounds childish, but I punched the wall and I sprained my wrist because I was that angry. Not over the Rancuts, but the major gens in general. I was so angry. I was holding back my tone as well when I was speaking to Mo. I wasn't being disrespectful to him. I was just watching my tone because I was pissed off. Like, I don't get angry easy. I really don't. But this is the angriest I've ever been in the last 7 years since I was 16, NRP. And I used to have anger issues as well, but I grew out of that. I didn't have ADHD, NRP, but I had anger.
Look,
Yeah, yeah, go on, go ahead, go ahead.
I thank you so much. Look, once before I've been a soft heart before, so I know how you feel sometimes when you get some orders from major generals or um someone tries to power trip on you. During my turn of while I was a soft heart, this base was a lot more stricter than what's going on right now. When I mean a lot more stricter, it means the higher ups were like crazy with power. They were like, I don't know how I can explain it, but they were like crazy. They were like so damn crazy with power. So I totally understand what you all are talking about, but I just need you all to understand that you all are soft hearts right now. You all are soft hearts right now. You all just need to like understand like the rank that you are in, but we're giving you all a like a, let me say, more like a free pass, because we want to be like, how can I put it, we want to be like loose with y'all. So if any general or any higher ups try to like power trip on you, please, what I'm trying to say here is, do not take it straight to the FG. Just take it to someone higher than that higher up. They're gonna handle the situation. And feel free to talk in base, because it's so surprising. Mr. MVP was like, Mr. MVP told Samoa about what the soft hat has been complaining about power tripping, but you all don't even talk about it. So it's kind of surprising. Please, I need you all to communicate. If you want to stay in this base for long, please just communicate. Communicate with one another. Make sure you communicate with the higher up as well. And one more thing, if y'all know what y'all are doing over here, if you know the rules and the regulation of the base, if you know when to request for watches or you know when to request for OBRs, I don't think there'll be any issues. I don't think so, because I know some of y'all are complaining about power tripping in terms of when y'all are doing watches in some types of hours, and we'll tell you we have training right now, or will tell you all there's something going on right now. It's almost time for it. You all will be like I know you all will be behind that device like damn, this guy is power tripping, or why is this guy acting like this? So I totally get it. I totally understand you all so well. So the only thing I'm requesting right here is to communicate. Make sure you communicate with the higher ups. Just look for someone you're really close to. Look for a general or a hard hat you are really close to. Make sure you communicate with them, and the information will be like passed on to us. Or even still, you can like, let me say, you come straight to me, tell me what's up, tell me what's going on. This my position right here is like to oversee what's going on under my rank. So y'all can feel free to like tell me what's going on. I'll always try to de-escalate the situation. If that situation is like more than me, that is when I have higher ups. That is when I think about my higher ups. So that is just all I have to say. I don't know if any other person has something to say.
Yeah, I actually do, sir. Can I speak? May I speak? Yeah, no, no, of course. I mean, everybody got some things that they wanted to get off their chest, so that's cool. I actually, I just wanted to mention I've been out of here for like a week. NRP, this account was banned for 7 days for things that I did when I wasn't here in this faction. And like I don't know, I was feeling like, oh man, the army, what, I didn't like it at the beginning. But then when I got banned, I'm like, oh man, I hope that I don't get kicked out, because I actually enjoy ranking up and things like that. Yeah, whoever phone is ringing, that'd be cool because I can have my. Anyway, so nothing. Very happy to be back. Excited to be here. Looking forward to ranking up. I think it's it's an important part of the faction. You put in your work. You're able to like get your hard hat and different things like that. So I can definitely feel that maybe the boys have been here for this week. They'd be like, hey, what's going on with me? But in the end, I'm just happy to be back here, guys, and feeling like a little bit more optimistic about the whole faction in general. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you all, and for those who don't know, you're my father. Yeah, yeah, sir, of course. Oh, for sure, for sure. No, no, no. I'm excited, bro. I'm telling you, it was like, I couldn't believe that I was disappointed because things over here are very different than in the city. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Um, but after a couple of days, I really kind of got used to the lifestyle, and I like getting my vest. I like getting my scarf. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to becoming lieutenant, which was my next rank up, and seeing that kind of like feeling like that was taken away from me. I didn't like it at all. It kind of made me appreciate it. So I'm glad to be back. I was looking forward to this day when I got unbanned and just got to come back here, guys. For real. Well, I actually, ironically enough, because we had at the moment a little disagreement and things like that. But King Toxie, he was the guy who gave me the macros when I started, and he was I don't know, a point of reference. I remember his name, so I looked him up and I wrote to him. I tell him know what was going down, and yeah, he was. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. So glad to be back here, guys. That's all I'm saying. So let's get this army strong, baby.
Right, you guys.
Yeah, one more thing. I remember the day you all came to Southgate wanting to join the military. We gave you all the macros and we were like we took you all in for the interviews. I don't know who did your interview, but whosoever I did their interview, I remember I always tell them after the interview that I always ask them this question: are they ready for this? Are they ready to join this faction? Let them know that joining this faction, being a soft heart, will mean their right to be taken away from them. They won't be able to like do a lot of things in base like what the hard hearts always do. So most of them were like, yeah, okay, fine. And yeah, most of them right now are doing well in base. Most of them has left because they felt like their rights were completely taken. But I don't really like how do I call it, that policy where your right is fully taken away from you. So I've been a soft heart before. I love the soft heart so much. So I've decided to like let me see. I've decided to like let me give you all just a quarter of your right. So if you all have any issues here in base, because during my time, if I had an issue while I was a soft heart, I couldn't like use my mind. I couldn't like tell anyone. I couldn't like say anything because I was like scared that I'll get fired or something like that, affect my reputation. But I'm giving you all the right now to like tell me or tell any other higher up what's going on. If there's anything going on, make sure you speak with that higher up. Make sure you speak with any other higher up. Tell him what's going on. If someone is power tripping on you, you can like call the person later on at the sidelines, try to like talk to the person. But if the person doesn't want to comply, you can then tell the higher up. If you don't feel like talking to the person is doing this like in the sidelines, you can like tell the higher up, and that higher up will speak to the person. You feel me? So that is just the right I've given you all to do. But I'm really enjoying the way you all are respecting others, and I really admire that a lot from you all because when I say right giving, because some soft hearts are like, whenever they wanna like ask to do something or stop doing watches or go secure gate, they'll be like, nah, why should I do it? And they'll be like crashing out on that higher up or trying to create a scene over there. So I really enjoy how this soft heart has been for the past 2 weeks now. To be honest, I was talking with the higher ups today earlier. I was like, for the past 2 weeks now, we haven't got any complaint from any soft hearts, or we haven't got any disrespectful attitude from like any soft hearts or hard hearts. So I'm really proud of you all. I love y'all like always. That's why I decided to like call this meeting to like talk with y'all. I wanted y'all to like free your mind, air your mind to like us, and just tell us what's going on. We won't judge you for that. Whatever whatever you say here remains over here. It won't like give any remarks on your performance in base or anything.
Hey, look, I just want to say this before we end. Soft hats, man, we a family, man. So like, if we got, I'm not saying there's nothing going on now, but if there was to be anything going on between any one of us, man, I think we should always, as adults and as soldiers, we should feel like we could come to each other and pull each other aside and try to resolve it within ourselves. I think that's going to build great character amongst ourselves and get us ready, to level up. All of us level up, but one thing we gotta know: when we level up, too much is given, much is required. My mama used to always tell me that growing up. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep doing a great job. Let's just keep, doing what we do. And I think the more we do that, we don't have to ask to be ranked up or whatever like that. Our actions and our fruit of our labor gonna show that. You know what I'm saying? So let's, get out there. Let's continue to have a great day.
I got some just really quick, just really, really fast. I've noticed, if there's any disrespect with, soft hats or anything like that, like one soft hat disrespect another or anything like that, we as soft hats, we don't even need a mediator to address it because we just speak about it man to man, man to woman, woman to woman. We talk about like, hey man, you're coming across as a little bit disrespectful, and you're coming across as instigating. So come on, guys, just chill out. All right, there's no need for it. Why don't you go over there and you go over there, and then Mr. T will talk to you over there, have a good chat with you, and I'll have a good chat with you, and we can move on. We're a family, we're a faction. That's what's up. Everyone shows respect to each other. Okay, I understand you feeling that type of way, but you might not feel that way later. So come on, just chill out a little bit, okay, please. And then when we do that, they chill out. Everyone chills out. Everyone gets back to doing the job, laughing and giggling, but also, maintaining that professionalism and, giving that customer service as well, for lack of a better word, which is expected, when it comes to civilians coming to the gate. And directing them in the right location for, army hiring or speaking to a supervisor, i.e., Southgate. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing before this brief ends. Um, we know most of y'all are always at Westgate, so we know y'all are like trying to learn about the bees from Westgate or stuff like that. So we just need y'all to be at Westgate trying to like ask questions, always ask questions of Westgate. Westgate is not a place like just for standing and like going AFK or like how can I put it, just for being in one position, just discussing with friends. You can discuss with friends, you can do anything at Westgate, but we always make sure higher ups are at Westgate as well. Just so not only for watching your, just so that you can ask them anything and they're just gonna tell you any information about the base. I know we have some sulfats over here which has become colonels or which know a lot about the base. So um just try to like find out from them, try to like learn from them. Um and I think that's just all. That's what will get you up so fast. That's what will get you up and running so fast. So that's just all I want to say. And also one thing, the higher up we send down there to Westgate, whenever you feel like those higher ups are like kind of like power trip on you, this is another right I'm giving you. Text me privately or text any higher up privately. Try to explain to them what's going on and we'll make sure we change that higher up and send someone else down there. We don't want someone coming down there and trying to like power trip on you all or trying to make you all feel like you all are shit. You all are the backbones of this faction, so we really love and care about you all.
Hey, Jen Cakes, listen. This I swear this is the last thing because I know we all want to get out of here and do whatever we gotta do for the day. But NRP, it's kind of NRP, but it's RP. Whatever. The barracks, right? I know we can't go in them, but I think personally it'd be kind of cool if, like, say, on our downtime or whatever like that, if we could like report the barracks, and we could just like stay in that little area. Like it could be like maybe however many of us on, like 8 per barrack or whatever like that, just to make like more use of the base. I think that'd be like, pretty cool. Like, during our free time, I could say, yeah, I'm about to go to the barracks or whatever like that. But that was just like a little thing. Um, yeah, yeah, and like that's what I mean. Like, especially, yeah, like with the tanks and helicopters too. Like, say as a sooner or later, like I mean, you don't gotta. I'm on the game for a minute, like for like however long. So like sooner or later in the next month or two, it'd be like say soft hats that's coming in. Say if everybody's not built for like war, right? The little tanks that's stationary. Shoot, somebody got RP fixing them or something like that, like different jobs or whatever. But that's for another day, another topic, because we've been in this meeting for a little minute. So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I think that's just all I want. That's just all I wanna address in this meeting. Thank you all for your cooperation. Like I said, feel free to communicate. If you cannot communicate with a higher up, make sure you communicate with a fellow soft hat or a higher ranking soldier which can like communicate with that higher up. Understood, you all?
Yes, sir.
Nah, I'm cool with it.
I'm cool.
Me,
All right, I'll do
me and Michael. We don't want
Yo,
any bias from anyone else. We just want to do our job, do what's ordered, without any form of I can't think of the word off the top of my head. Basically, just because this
Yeah, no, hold up.
Yeah, yeah. I think the video. I would like to have it published. Like I'd like to other people to see what went down in the for other people to see what went down here in the meeting.
No, you good to release it, sir. You good to release it.
Can I speak real quick? I don't have no issue personally with the video being released, but my only question was if the video is going to be released, then why were the gens even removed from here before we had this video or before we had this meeting? Do you think that anybody's opinion on talking would have changed if you would have said that you were recording it and possibly releasing it prior to having the conversations that were had? I think the only person in here that spoke a good lot to what was going on was MVP. So if anybody should have a say if whether they want it posted or not as MVP, the rest of us just listen. So really, it's up. It's I feel like that's whose hands it's in.
Before the
Okay, so there isn't anything off the top of my head, like you just said, sanctioned. There isn't anything that I've said like it's
it's
7 days.
actually 7 days, Pepe. But
All
before
right,
they
sir.
leave, I'd like to say something though.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I just clocked in.
Yo, but raise your hands real quick. Who has a problem with me as a soft hat? Show your hand right now.
As a soft.
Russo, you cool?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Look,
no,
you
that's not what
see,
I got in my DMs, and I'll sit there and I will share that with you too.
look, you see the whole
No, it's all good. You know. Sir, are we going to after